Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to Correspondences for Work and Magic on Friday, the 24th day of September 2020. Gosh, I can't believe we're almost at the end of the month. And, we've got, let's see, when is it? In 2.6 more days, Mercury will go retrograde. So, fun times. Normally, I'm not as affected by Mercury retrograde. Only the last week or so, I think I've been really affected by the pre-shadow. So that's been kind of interesting to deal with, and I haven't appreciated any of it. So anyway, I hope that the rest of you are not being similarly affected. So anyway, but today Venus governs, and as we are at the end of the month, um, uh, in which notes I have a listing of favorability, the type of favorability for each day of a given month, and it's an old, you know, old from an old grimoire type of a thing, and uh, so as to whether or not it's realistic or not, I always say, well, if you have to do something on a day where it's very bad, just use your best judgment. And if you can wait, I would. But what I like to do on days where it's very bad, I just like to do meditation kinds of things. And because here's the thing: if we are all part of the collective aspect of the creator of all that is, of the great mother, if we are all that, then basically there is only one soul. Okay, and it's the soul of the creator, and so everything that we do affects, energetically anyway, the collective aspect of self. And so I think that the more meditation we can do, the more we can raise our frequency and our vibration to a higher one, that we that ego can no longer find its purchase. I really think, or its influence. I think that we benefit the collective aspect of self in a much better way than any physical interaction can do. So that's why I like to do a lot of inner work. I think that it makes sense. Um, uh, if you're a Reiki master or a Reiki practitioner, offering distance healing to the world, to the collective consciousness, is always a good thing to do. You offer it, you go above the earth, and you offer it to you put your awareness above the earth, and you offer it to the entire planet, and then everyone who wants to feel that can do so. Um, it's always a choice, but I think that it really benefits from a soul standpoint. So anyway, but if not, then you can check out the correspondences on the post below the video here over there on Patreon. um, Elements: water, colors are green and rose. Crystals: rose quartz, lapis lazuli, turquoise. Sandalwood is a good resin, and then there's a variety of herbs that you can use if you do want to do something today, or if you want to surround your meditation area with anything, you can do that as well. That also enhances things. We have a 6 numerology, and that involves service to others in harmony, which sort of, well, it does. It's part of what I'm recommending today to do, which we'll get to in a minute. Burkino, Vunyo, and Lagus comprise the rune divination, and I think that really, I set the idea for what we could do today before I actually did the rune divination, and so it just sort of aligned with it. So check that out as well, because I'm going to recommend that you intone those 3 runes as you explore things today. Um, let's see, Mabon ends today, and I'll be doing more. Well, I've got a bunch of tomatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and slice them up and dry them, get them drying today. I just love I love doing, and then I powder them up, after they're dry. I love using tomato powder. I can make my sauces with them. I can use them as seasonings in soup. I mean, it's been the most versatile way, and I don't have to spend a bunch of time canning pasta sauce and salsa. I can freeze the tomatoes if I want to do that, and which I've done. And so I just think that works. But anyway, that this is the end of the harvest week, and so get everything going that you are still working on, and get it all done, and then you'll be ahead of the game for the rest of the harvest that's going to be coming in. If you're like us, we have some things that come in the fall, like the carrots. We plant them in the middle of July after we pull out our garlic, and then after the carrots are done, we put the garlic bulbs back in, and they get going for the rest, for the following year. They get established. So, but what I'm recommending today is with Venus governing, you may want to meditate on how you express nurturing in your life, both expression and also how willing you are to receive it. Because sometimes we do really well, taking care of other people, but we forget to take care of ourselves, or maybe we're uncomfortable with the idea that maybe someone else wants to take care of us. And some people have no problem with it, but some people do. And it's almost like they spend so much time nurturing others that they just they can't allow the reciprocity, I guess is what I'm saying. So look at the rune divination, because all three are talking about nurturing in a sense. We've got Birkenau, which is the Earth Mother rune, and then Vunyo, which is fellowship and joy, and then Laguz is flowing in spirit. So all three. But what I'm recommending again is you intone the three runes, and I've referenced a couple of paragraphs out of Diana Paxson's book, Taking Up the Runes, which I love. She talks about things in a way, and she connects the runes together in a way that it's really interesting to read what she has to say. I love reading any of the rune masters out there, because they send me in another direction, that I didn't think about. And because I'm very into rune magic and all of that. So in all expressions, whether it's in bind runes or using it to raise consciousness, because I really believe that the runes are a language of spirit, in much the same way as the major arcana in tarot is a language of spirit. They're soul archetype cards. And so and here's what she has to say. Runes are both sounds and symbols. Intoning the runes is the first step in spell work, or galder, or incantation. To internalize the sound of the rune, sing it. And then also to chant a rune, visualize it, take a deep belly breath, and then let the outflow of air carry the sound. Choose a note that falls comfortably within the middle range of your voice. Use the vowels. Usually the vowel sounds will be held longest, but save enough breath to finish up the final consonants. So you would chant Birkenau. You would do it like that, or go more slowly than I just did. Laguz. I chant Laguz when I'm pulling back and letting my energetic connections dissolve with other people and situations. All those thought patterns that get connected to whatever you're looking at. You can see them dissolve, and chant Laguz silently or softly to yourself to allow those connections to dissolve, and then to draw back whatever energy is left to you. So I use that quite frequently, pretty much, well, every day, actually. And then just try that out and see how that feels to you. It may seem odd at first, but I really think that the sound of, and you see this in Hermeticism, in the Kabbalah. Sound is basically when the goddess unfolds her universe. Basically, it's done with sound, and so to intone these, I think, connects you with that spirit realm. To do that, it just, I don't know, there's just something about it. It's like for me, I'm not Christian, but for me, to listen to a church choir sing "O Holy Night," when it's fall on your knees, and yeah, I'm like totally, I'm just dissolving at that point, because I'm so immersed in the power of that, of the vibration that comes from that song. It's just amazing what it does. And so I really believe in this, and I think that it does help us to align in spirit. So anyhow, think about that and see what you think about it, and try it. And if it resonates, great. If it's a little too weird, then okay, that's fine too. But it's just what I'm offering today. So thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. And again, look forward to Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune next Monday and Thursday. And I think I'm going to go ahead and continue to do the Esoteric Influences videos Monday through Friday instead of doing a big one on Sunday. I kind of like doing that. I did Friday and Saturday today, so check that out as well over on the YouTube channel if you want to see that. And be good to yourself, be good to one another, and blessed be.